Well, hi there, everybody. After mowing and cleaning up the yard and working in the garden all day, I decided after I took a shower and shampooed my hair, which is still wet, still coughing and gagging from all that stuff I breathed in the garden that I'm allergic to. But I went ahead and ate because I sat down way down at the other end of the beach right there to eat, and that's where I was going to start videoing. But there's a bunch of young adults, I guess in their 20s, 19, somewhere along in there. They were using some pretty foul language in the water, and they were blasting a radio down there, so I couldn't film. For one, I didn't want vulgar language in my video, and number two, I didn't want the music in it either. So I came all the way down here to this other end. But I decided I'd treat myself to dinner on the beach and just to sit here and relax for a while. Right now, I'm sitting right here at this beach. And just trying to relax. Isn't it beautiful? There's apartments and condos and rent. Well, it's actually a hotel combination of condos and you name it over down at the other end. And that's where I'm parked, is at the other end. So I'll have to walk down there when I leave. But that's fine. I'm up for a walk on the beach. But the wind's blowing, and I was perfect down there because the wind was blowing my hair away from my face. And when I get down here, the wind is blowing my hair sideways. And I said, well, can't have it all, huh? But yeah, I didn't want their vulgar language. I mean, I don't know why the young adults of today think it's so cool and it's big, and they show they're somebody by using four-letter words. I mean, you know, that's just not the way I was raised. So let's see if I can get this over here. I'm gonna put the legs down on this tripod and see if I can set it on the ground. I'm sitting at a picnic table right here. And at least I can't hear the bad language and everything else coming from the other end down there. But it's a beautiful beach. I don't come out here that often. Once in a while I'll come out with my bathing suit and go take a dip, walk out in the water. There's a walkway all the way around, and I'll go out that on it in just a minute and take you out there with me. I'm just going to sit here and relax for a little bit, let my food digest. Yeah, the best intentions, I was going to have dinner with you right here on the beach and relax, show you what beach I have at my access here. And of course the ducks and the geese are swimming around out here. We got some right down here. Coming up this way. I don't know if they think they're going to get food or what. And they're coming right up here to me. I guess they've got so many people around here at the beach all the time. They're not afraid. They're definitely not afraid of people. You're going to come and scavenge your food, I guess, or anything they can find out here. It's nice out here this evening. The sun is behind the clouds, trying to go down. It's cooled off because it was extremely hot this afternoon when I was out mowing. I finally put the weed eater up and got the big mower out. Finished up the real thick grass, and I'm done with it for this time. I'm not doing any more except maybe take the weed eater and put the metal blade on it and go behind my shed and cut down some of those oak brush that's trying to come up in there to keep me from getting to my pots and stuff on the side of the shed. Look at here, we got a whole school of geese flying around, swimming. Right here at the city beach. Look at that. Isn't that something? Yeah, I said, what better way to relax than to just get me something to eat and drink and forget about cooking dinner tonight and just come out here and relax on the beach until it gets dark, maybe, or until I decide to go home. It's nice, that breeze blowing. Feels good. Wish y'all were here with me. I got a girl over there chasing the geese. Oh, she chased them in the water. Now she's going back. They'll probably end up over here with the rest of them. Right there. There's one big one out there. I bet that sucker weighs 30, 40 pounds or more. No telling how old he is. He might be the mama or the daddy. Look at the size of him. He's pretty good size. They're going toward the shore now, the rocks. They'll probably climb up on them. Yeah, they're getting out of the water down there. Yeah, I figured this is a relaxing way to spend my evening for a while. Just sitting here at the water and watching the water and watching the birds, the ducks and the geese. Listening to the kids play over there. I guess I get too serious with my gardening. I just don't know when to take a break. So I made myself take this break. When I went in the house and showered, shampooed my hair, and cooled off and sat down on the couch, I said, well, I'm going to rest here a minute, get my strength up, wait till dinner time, and then go pick up something to eat and go to the beach. So here I am. Look at here. These kids are over here chasing these ducks or these birds. They're trying to chase them. The birds are a little bit fast for them. Oh, on the weekends, there's so many people here. You can't even get in the water hardly. There's no place to get on the beach. It's just packed. They got picnic tables, gazebo. They rent, they got like a water feature there that you kids can play in. They rent like little kayaks and surfboards, the time that you stand up on and kind of paddle your way around the lake. They're not really surfboards like you surf on a wave, but people enjoy them. They ought to know they can't catch them birds. She's chasing him, but she ain't gonna catch him. That's funny. They can't catch them birds. They get too close, they'll fly away just like they just did. Gonna let them catch them. Boats out there. Got a little toddler go into the water. See if we can find these birds. They're still right there in the rocks. There are some big geese out here. Big ducks. If I wasn't so tired, I would have come and got in the water, but I'm too tired to even go get in the water. I guess that's tired, isn't it? And I saw my first snake today in ages. It wasn't a very big one, but I had that weed eater, and I was going around the edge of the rocks, and there was one patch of grass that I bent over to pull up because it was like growing between the rocks. And when I reached down to grab the clunk of grass, something scurried around under it. And I kind of jerked my hand back, and it was a snake about 10 inches long that kind of moved, and then he circled around and went back down the hole and went under the wood chips. I don't know what kind of snake it was. I didn't recognize the markings on it, so I'm hopefully it was not a poisonous snake, but you never know. And it's not a good sign that it was a small one, because that might mean there's more around somewhere. Well, I'm trying to get the birds. Where are they? Here they are. They're pretty much still staying in a group. I guess they feel safer in a huddle. Look at that big one behind. He's double the size of those other ones. Oh, they're gonna come up on the beach. Isn't that neat? Look at the size of that bird. My gosh. I mean, look at him compared to those other ones. He's twice their size. I don't know where they're going, but they're walking across the beach. Going up toward the tables, the pavilion over there. Those kids don't chase them away. They must go up there after scraps of food that maybe kids drop, and because they have signs up everywhere, don't feed the wildlife. So you're not supposed to feed them. Yeah, they were going up there to get food. Those kids hadn't have chased them off, they'd have been in their picnic baskets. They still maybe end up in them. They come running this way now. That big one taking off. Kid's gonna chase them again. Chase them back in the water. That big one's still up on the beach. Oh, he's coming running. He's coming running. There he goes. He says, I'm gonna catch up with the rest of them. Kids chasing them. They said, well, you'll have to come out here in the deep water to get us. That's funny. No way they gonna catch them birds. Although I've heard of people, adults catching them, they've chased them down and kind of pinned them up and killed them and cooked them, and it's against the law to do that. If they catch you catching one of those ducks or geese, you get fined big time. Because they are protected. I'm all for leaving them alone. I enjoy watching them. They say we're going to swim back over to the rocks where we feel safe. Where they figure the kids aren't going to go. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna have to go. They're playing music and I don't want to be copyrighted, so catch you later. Well, I had to leave the beach because of the music, and that wasn't the only reason. After I turned the music off, those guys were coming down my way in the water, and I was wondering why. And then all of a sudden I saw something swimming in front of them. I first thought it was a big old turtle, but oh no. That was like a 6-foot long water moccasin. And he didn't realize what kind of snake it was. And I said, you better not get too close to that snake. He says, oh, I don't want to touch him. I said, no, but if he turns and he comes after you, you're not going to have time to touch him. He didn't realize what a dangerous snake that was he was chasing. He was just trying to get him out of the swimming area. But he was bringing him over toward the rocks where I was, and I said, well, it's time for me to leave when the snake like that's around. So I came over here to one of my fishing spots. It's a park area. And this is where that boat ramp right over there is where those guys put their boats in the water for that bass tournament the other day. Remember if you saw that video where I was down at the lake fishing and all of a sudden all those boats were going by? And I said it had to be a bass tournament? Because those guys get together after work, and at that certain time, whether it's 6 o'clock or 5:30, 7 o'clock, they all have to leave at the same time. And they have from that time till 9 p.m. to go catch their fish and bring them back to the weighing station by 9 o'clock. And whoever has the biggest bass or the biggest catch is actually the winner. So I've been out here several times when they've took off with their boats. It was kind of neat. The boats were just neck and neck out here in the water. And then all of a sudden when they blew that whistle, every one of them started taking off, just racing to their fishing hole. But yeah, I come out here and fish off this pier too sometimes. And that's probably where I'm going to fish the next time I go, because there's nobody going to be swimming in this water around here. There might be some boats going by, but yeah, I come out here to relax too. But it's a shame that I had to leave the beach. But I see a snake like that, I don't care if he's in the water and I'm on the ground. I'm not sticking around, because they were trying to chase him out of the water. And he'd have come right up those rocks on the bank to the left of me. And he could have ended up right up there where I was. And I was not waiting around to see. And there goes great big old eggshell. I wonder if that's one of the duck eggs that one of those ducks laid and it got broken. But I tell you what, even as much rain as we've gotten, this water is so low. Look at this. And usually it's all the way up this concrete wall where I'm standing. But, you know, all of these rocks are even out of the water. Because I used to like to come over here and sit on the concrete, the walkway, and fish. And usually the water's so deep you could just about fish right off the concrete. Or at least I would catch my bait fish off the concrete. And then I'd take my bait fish and then cast them out there about where the pier is, about that far out. I've caught some big bass out here. But I use live bait usually. I was in the store the other day and I bought the cheapest pack of hot dogs I could buy. And I don't like hot dogs. When I went through the self-checkout, one of the cashiers that was standing up there looked at me kind of weird, like, you eat them things, you know? I didn't say anything. I just bought them and walked out. It's like, no, I don't eat them. That's fish bait for me. That catches my bait to go fishing with. I break off a little piece of that weenie and put it on a little tiny hook, and I can catch me some of these little brim. And that's what I usually fish with. I've caught some of the biggest catfish and some of the biggest bass I've ever caught in my life off of live bait like that. Yeah, it would have been nice if I could have stayed out there, but it's been a while since I've been out here too. I wish they'd have put our fishing pier back instead of turning it into a boat ramp. They said, well, a lot of people voted to have a boat ramp. I mean, a boat dock. I said, well, yeah, I voted in favor of having a boat ramp or boat dock, but I figured you'd put it over there close to the boat ramp. I didn't realize you were going to destroy our fishing pier and turn it into a boat dock. I said, if I'd have known they were going to do that, I never would have voted for it. I liked my fishing pier. That's one reason I didn't mind living there. That's a seafood restaurant right there. And today is their $2 tacos on every Tuesday. So that place is packed. Used to be one of my favorite places to go eat, because you could go in the restaurant, get your food, and come out back on the water side and sit at a table and be right on the water. It was kind of neat. And there's so many catfish in the water up there, you could take a dip net and catch all the catfish you'd ever want. But yeah, that big old snake was all I had to see to say I'm leaving the beach. And after seeing that, I will not be going swimming back at that beach. Not with a 6-foot-long water moccasin swimming around there. I mean, he was 3 feet away from that snake chasing him down the water. He said, well, I just want to get him out of this area. I said, yeah, but if he turns on you, you ain't going to have time to touch him. He didn't realize that was a poisonous snake. They must be having a party or something. I hear all kind of hooping and hollering coming from that restaurant. Well, at least I showed you my beach. The beach that I have at my access close by. And this is my other fishing spot right here. When the water's deep enough to fish in. I mean, we just don't have no water right now. Usually you see minnows swimming around down there. There's no minnows swimming. It's because the water has been so low. Oh, it's so nice. The sun's gone down and that breeze is blowing. It's cool. It feels good. Very relaxing. Yeah, you can't hardly fish over where our boat dock used to be. Since they've turned it into a boat dock. There's too many kids and people diving off of it, swimming around it, and all that, to where you can't fish there anymore. They keep the fish scared away. But this is a campground. People can camp here free. There's restrooms up there to the left of where my car is parked. I think they limit you to 2 weeks at a time, or 2 weeks out of every year you can camp out. But they do have a 2-week limit in these state parks, because this is a state park and it is a state fishing pier, so you don't have to pay to fish off of it. But you do have to have a license, I think. And some people say if you're in a state park, you don't have to have a license. Or if you're in a HOA division and you've got a fishing pier to your division, that you don't have to pay to fish off of it. So I don't know. But I do know I read in the wildlife guide that you don't have to pay, or you don't even have to have a fishing license if you're in a state park and you're fishing off of a state park pier. I didn't know that till like a month ago. I always get my fishing license every year. But the water's calm. It's so nice. It's a nice way to wind down for the evening, that's for sure. They probably changed their days to have their fishing tournaments. They used to have them on Wednesdays, I think. Wednesday evening and Saturday morning. And I think that was on a Thursday that they came by. So they may have changed it to Thursday and Saturday. I don't know. But this is a nice rock path up to the parking lot. Where my car is parked. And another reason I like to kind of fish over here is because if I sit on the sidewalk in the afternoon, these big trees cast shade on that sidewalk. So you're not sitting out in the hot sun. So that makes it nice. Well, I'm going to call this a video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos, y'all. Have a blessed evening. I'll see you on my next one. Bye now.